one and all to tonight's episode of Skeptic and Ranting. Ooh, Jesse Waters grills the Satanic Temple spokesperson. James, I thought we were the Satanic Temple spokesperson. This is crazy. But apparently, yeah, exactly. From the channel, I don't know, some random YouTube channel. From the channel Fox News. So won't you join James W. and myself, A.V. Newman, for a good time worth burning for. Oh my.
Facts,
what
hard
is
files, same thing.
Exactly. You basically, one's a credit report. One, the more you watch, the more your brain loses credit points. And also, where's my intertubes? Oh my. Please, ladies and gentlemen, stand still while I have to reach deep into the interwebs. Oh, there we go. And welcome everyone out there on the intertubes. Ha ha ha. I don't know how they do it. This is how we get our 5G internet very specifically. Normally, we have to get it injected via some sort of vaccine that communicates with the space lizards. But how you do it is up to you. Please don't forget to like, follow on Twitch, or subscribe on YouTube. I was in a anti-vaccine Discord last night, the night before. I don't know. It was very interesting because it started out very, atheist versus theist, but then the lines split towards kind of that, and I didn't even know. I'm like, oh, look at that. I was on a Flat Earth channel. Normally I'm on creationist channels, and there are anti-vaccine channels. There's a channel for every conspiracy under the sun. I think it used to be
anti-Nickelback channels. Are there any of those?
Probably many. I can't help it. I am the one. I say the one. However, I know there are many. I'm a Nickelback.
He's looking around everybody like, I know you guys have those. I know you guys have Nickelback on your playlist.
Oh, I
you
do.
Won't admit to it.
I know they do.
She knows.
You can't go platinum by yourself, ladies and gentlemen. They're just Canadian, so they're too nice about it. Like Randolph. Woo! Sending love to Randolph Richardson and Taco Stream, which we go on there every fortnight. We are hooking back on them. We actually took our break off because of the holidays. But this is actually going to be a much faster stream. We're going to get right to it. We're going to basically just do a quickie, exactly, a reach around. Exactly. It's not just a great fast food place. But the interview is like 3 minutes long. I imagine it was 3 hours long, and this is the best 3 minutes that Fox was able to get, and it still makes them look terrible. I don't understand how they could even show a video like this, because I don't know. If you want to get people over to whatever the opposite of their team is, keep on doing interviews like this. But yes, we are going to just quickly shout out. Also, welcome everyone who joined us. The Beamsy, the John McDermott. Oh, we got some to claim skeptical. I love Bible quotes. Jason Jacoby, Simos Funk, the Sinister Porpoise, Monkey for Banana, sending a double love because Beamsy is manning up the Twitchosphere. Kit and Megan and Let's Fram and If I say your name twice, it just means I'm sending double love. Jason Jacoby, Kevin Letnall Music, and Gur. What's up, Gur? Yeah. And I see Spooky down there. Spooky. I always like Halloween because I can get normal decorations. I don't know. For whatever reason, all the other holidays, they release holiday decorations, and on Halloween, they just release normal decorations that I buy. It's crazy. But yes, all of this content that you see before you is sponsored by our subscribers, our viewers, but also all of the love that gets sent in, thank you, watch, via super chats and via channel membership. The channel memberships have been growing, woohoo, with our evolving badge system right down below. That triggers kind of young Earth creationists. Exactly. It also baffles me. Like, you know, I've been talking to some people who are great to talk to, and even they, like, they'll still give me the, after having a good conversation, but how we be monkeys, you know? And it's like, well, we're not monkeys, and you know, we are apes, and we're still apes. We're always going to be apes. We're sapiens. We're both sapien type creatures with monkeys, and yes. But sending love, early love, so much. The sinister porpoise. When you want to think of porpoises, please think of the sinister porpoise. This show is brought to you by the letters L, G, B, T, Q. A little bit. Yes, those letters seem to really trigger the fundies. If you are someone who is secure in your sexuality, chances are you range from not giving a to being an ally. And if you are, well, either in the closet or kind of staked by a holy book from 2,000 plus years ago, well, your morality might be a little bit, I hate to use the word tainted, but
dated.
Yeah. Dated, yes. But thank you so very much, Sinister. Woohoo! And I know I saw this, and so and I'm open to. I saw this debate. The person that I'm talking to, though, is not. They're not into that type of nuance-clad debate. They are the type of person that is saying, look, we have a fish, we have a monkey, make the fish a monkey. It's like, that is not how it works. Exactly. Oldest book wins. Nana, nana, boo, boo. Mine's older than yours. That makes it rightest, I'm pretty sure. Which it kind of, you know, when you're the newest religion, you have to like lean on the opposite. Like when you're a Scientologist, you have to rely on the fact that it kind of has science basically in your name, even though, and they even will say, well, we accept all of the old religious faiths. You could be this and you could be that, as long as you're at this tier and giving us this amount of money. But if you're at like this higher tier and giving us way more money, well, those are the marks of Thetans actually weighing you down. Ah, religion. It never gets less dumb. No, it
never
doesn't.
Gets any better. It's always the same.
Never gets any better. But yes, well, but generally speaking, the Abrahamics, they just try to play the old game. The older it is, the better it is, for whatever reason. And, all right, we've been tangenting. What is up, Ben Schwartz, Soldier of Science, everybody. We're going to do, this is our channel membership. That was from that tangent. So you have to rate F-U-C-U-S. What does that spell? A certain presuppositionalist getting kicked off every server. Anyway, as well as our Patreons, as well growing. Woo-hoo! Thank you to all of our Patreons and all the unique perks that you can get at patreon.com/ABNewman. Like these right down here. Woo-doo-doo-doo. Oh, do-do-do. As well as all of the fantastic supporters in our vocal shout-out tier, including us from the Atheist Network group, Connecting Atheists, boom, 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 boom. Grumpy old Cuss, because we kind of look at this creationist arguments and we go, what are we talking about? They don't know and they don't have a model. Diana Smith, because, well, women aren't chattel. You should tell that to the 3+ Abrahamic religions, because, you know, Mormons are Jews in space. And also Pat Lowinger, sending love, because he actually goes out into the field and does research into peer review, unlike the creationists who review the actual experts and just reject everything. No. Talking snake. Definitely the talking snake is not a fairy tale. And the slow population of genetics becoming different organisms, fairy tale. But also love from Dale Pastel. Thank you, Dale Pastel, who reminds us we're just looking for empirical evidence. Just a little bit. Doesn't have to be a lot, even though they say that's cheating.
I think we'll get some today.
Yeah, definitely. Dave Carr reminding us the earth is round, reminding you that if you think the earth is flat, you're probably a theist right now. You're probably a religious Christian fundamentalist. Off chance Muslim, off chance you shove crystals up somewhere. But, you know, it's always some sort of that. Anyway, sending love to Scott Duke reminding us, as well as Answers in Atheism, that other animals did not get poofed. I love that they cannot conceptualize evolution. They wanted to go one animal, to another animal, another animal. But when we ask them, how did animals form? They're like, God did it wholesale. Just boom, a goat. Ha! Or as we call it, science. Anyway, sending love to Scott. Answers Atheism, sending love to Regis. Boom, boom. We do a skeptic Bible study. We are in Joshua, where we're reading the Skeptic's Annotated Version, which is a annotated version of the King James Version. So many Jameses in our lives, James. Sending love to James Coons at Modern Day Debate.
One too many, right?
Said there's a preemptive James we're about to thank. But if I do say so, we haven't come across a bad James. Though we may have to go into the history of the king who wrote it. So maybe they're all good now. Anyway, sending love to Rachel, sending love to Rachel Holland, the amazing, fabulous, and wonderful, reminding us that slavery is bad. Unless it's your kink and you're consenting and someone has a whip and a butt plug, well, chances are it's not that type of slavery and you should kill your slave master. They're always like, well, what would you tell the slaves? Run! Do whatever you can. Grab whatever family member you can. Grab whatever weapon you can. And it ain't that easy. I know it's easy for me to say that so much now, but that is the correct answer. And if you're someone that's not in slavery and you see someone that is a slave, see the steps that you just saw. Remember? This is this. Here's the slave master. I have to do PSAs for everything now. But James is going to do a better PSA. He's going to do a debate soon. So go check that out. But also, so sending love, Rachel, and Senator Cato, separation of church and state. Better now than ever, baby, because we don't like autocracy or theocracy. We kind of just like everyone being able to believe whatever they want, as well as, speaking of Jameses, sending love to James Wolfe, the lovely and amazing, fantastic. He's everywhere helping the atheists. We are sending him love, as well as Disciple Day, because we have skeptic theists. That's right, baby. It doesn't matter what belief you are, as long as, and you know, I accidentally moderated a Bigfoot debate. Now this guy ended up being a mensch, and I'm glad I did it. But I swear we lost someone because he had like the same name. I don't know if he had his name was James or something. I don't know, but it was a great time. More experience moderating, but I remember just being on. I was like, oh, the Sasquatch debate is on a Sasquatch channel. Interesting. He is a nice guy though. So I am a skeptic though, and I don't know why. I just don't. I don't believe there's not that. I believe in UFOs, unidentified flying objects. Tell me when you can identify them, and we'll talk. Vaccines, yeah, you should take them. They're not going to kill you. It is just the actual virus, but dead. The Earth is round, old, depending on what your version of old is, because the universe is 3.8 and the planet's just 4.5. So if you think about it, 4.5 billion is not that old. How old the universe is going to be? We're basically at the beginning. It's all about perspective. Sending love to Disciple Day. And last but not least, we are sending love to Ian Davenport, another atheist non-believer. We see all out there. He gives love to the non-believer community. We should be giving him love back. Boom, boom, boom. He helps big brain. I always get skeptical whenever people have named themselves things. Not like anyone would do this, but something like logical, rational, very much probable. Who knows what that?
Totally.
They're always nice people, but it's always like, yes. I guess there was a time when the atheists, I think, went through a thing where you tried to call themselves brights. That in and of itself sounds a little bit stuck up. Atheists, non-believer. We don't believe in a God. Everything else, just something else. Or maybe
with
it's
less
Muhammad.
baggage.
Exactly. Well, and we naturally, whatever your political alignment is, chances are, I know it sounds funny, but like when you release the God, get rid of all the baggage, a lot of our politics align anyway, and it just becomes the minutia situations. That's not for everybody. There's a lot of atheists on all the sides of the spectrum, but just like the hate for gays kind of just dissipates. I've never met, there's been two, and I always get pushback from one of the two categories, and nonetheless, they always end up being one of these two categories. If you hate gays, it is because you are either religious or in the closet. And I know all of like the people in the closet right now are like, that's not me. I would never do that. But James, as a straight heterosexual, please tell me there's like a weird deja vu. 9 out of 9 anti-gay people on here seem to love the D.
Damn, as close as you can get to 10, right?
As close as we could get to 10.
Close
We're still waiting on our 10th, but he's been in the bathroom with one of our other guys. I think they were helping each other's. I think they had a tie adjustment or something. They've been there a while though, so whatever. We'll get to the bottom of this. Or they're getting to the bottom of something. Anyway, sending love to all of our supporters. It doesn't matter. Sending love to Ian Davenport, who helped so many atheists. And last but certainly not least, sending love to Abcdeig, a galaxy in your hand. We're going to do a Star Wars. Well, actually, we're going to have models. Because in science, You have frameworks of facts, theories. They're allergic to that word. It makes them break out into hives. But we actually use facts in theories to make models. Oh, that's our short long of that. Expedited. We are going to do a much longer shout out and all this over something again, because we're going to actually be doing an open mic in like a little bit. In fact, I think it's set for 8, and I guess if you're over on that stream, that's not. But we're about to. Yeah. This is a 3-minute long thing.
To reset it.
Exactly, but that's okay.
We're almost done though.
Let's get into it. We are now going to get. Normally have our position, but this guy does. Lucien does as good as anyone can do. They continuously invite this guy on Fox News, and I do not know why, because he makes them look ridiculous every time. So I will say that the joke every time, all the comments, every comment I read is that like this is what people would think a Satanist would look like. Okay, I get that. Not too typecast, though. I'll say it's all about how you dress, because if what is that guy, Dan Crenshaw, the guy, the veteran with the, he looks like he's from Metal Gear Solid. Also attractive. I don't know why.
Is he?
Both that. Is it? Hold on one second, and I'll find him. Yeah, it's Dan Crenshaw.
Got it?
Yes,
Dan
I do.
Crenshaw.
And I'm not going to lie, he's pretty cute too. Just saying. But it's just funny about how you represent yourself. You could wear a suit, you could wear this. It's just about the clothing and who we are. Oddly enough, I'm attracted to both in like weird ways. They both got their thing going for them. So, gentlemen, men, if out there, be you, and you can be attractive. Solid snake. Oh yeah, and I'm not talking about their attitude. I am just talking about a look scale completely myriatistic from the bottom of my selfish heart. Was that a butt pirate? Yes, it was, Beamsy. Hopefully. And hopefully with me. But yes, we are going to get into it. The opposition opinion, because this is Fox News for like umpteenth year trying not to humiliate themselves by putting Christianity versus Satanism and being like, easy interview.
Well, we still have some questions. So let's ask the Satanic Temple spokesperson, Lucien Greaves. All right,
Hello,
Lucien.
I love that. First of all, it's just my armchair. Do we see the arm? The armchair psychology. How you want to set yourself up to people often, not always, but happens in like the first few seconds. You can tell, almost like in an SNL bit, how people are going to react. And so, hello, Lucien. But I don't really need to roast him because
Satan is evil, I thought.
Jesse.
Nice to meet you.
And I think it goes right over his head. But I want to appreciate that.
You too. If Satan's evil, why should kids be in an
You too.
evil club?
Well, obviously, we don't view Satan as evil.
I know. Holy moly. Just setting up the... how often do you beat your wife? And do you like setting up the Beat Your Wife Club?
And it really doesn't matter to us what your mythology is surrounding Satan, you need to ask yourself if your distaste over us identifying as Satanists is strong enough that you would abandon the principles of free speech and.
So, what we call this, there's two different types of modern warfare that I would like to go. The first is called an Uno reverse card. So this is called I'm on like the channel that loves to suck off free speech. I cannot get enough of it.
Oh,
And
could be a few of those.
he just did that, and yeah, there was one other, and now it's losing my mind. But
religious liberty.
I always thought Satan was like sex, like when you're 18.
I always thought Satan was like sex. So, like, is that what they teach in the Bible? Just Satan equals sex?
Satan, sex, do your thing.
Doesn't sound too bad. Doesn't sound like what actual Satanism is.
But I don't know if I would want Satan in schools. You understand how parents feel, right?
I wouldn't want
Their feelings.
Satanism in school. What he made it sound like is he's like, Satanism is like sex and like rock and roll and fun stuff, and we can't have fun stuff in school. It's like, yeah, I guess we shouldn't be having all of that. That doesn't really tend to be what Satanism is. That tends to be, I think you're confusing that with hedonism. We often get that thrown at us as well.
Well,
Once in a
parents
rare
don't feel
while.
that way, and many parents feel similarly about evangelical after-school clubs. And in fact, we put our club in place to offer an alternative against an evangelical club that's.
And there is the point that they will never understand. That almost always Satanism is from a non-theistic position. And we are using, let's just say the loud part against the Christians that don't understand this. We are using your fear against you. Yes. Almost always. And he says this, spoiler warning, that he is a non-theistic Satanist. So he's an atheist, a non-believer. And he knows that by attaching Satan to whatever it is that they do, it's going to make them freak out, and it's going to make them react really badly. And then he could just sit here calmly and go back to, not only in Uno reverse card, but the second prong is that he can sit here and actually stand for free speech. Not just like the cheap, easy kind. It's not like he's like, get rid of yours. He's like, we fit in nice. You want to allow multiple religions, don't you? Satan.
Explicitly designed to convert children and get them to proselytize to other kids. So if parents don't want to send their kids to an after-school Satan club, they can send them to an evangelical club. There's other religious clubs. Really, I think the controversy just evades the issue as to.
Once again, what is the issue? What is the thing that Jesse, he's kind of hamstrung because someone actually is on the side of freedom of speech. And, well, I wish I could say that I think Jesse in this debate ends up making the evangelicals cry. I really should just continue because he offers, I don't know, is there a defense?
Whether or not we're willing to allow government functionaries at school boards or
Find
whatever
out, probably,
to
right?
simply shut down somebody's religious liberty or free speech because they don't like it.
I just love it though, because on Fox News, going, are you gonna let the government? Is that what you want? Intervene? You gonna You're gonna have people with guns. You're gonna take these. Is that what you're gonna do? And make me do something against my will? You're not one of those people, are you?
So you're kind of doing it to tweak the system. I get it. What are these tenets of Satanism? Can you enlighten me?
Okay, so complete pivot off there. That didn't work. Let's figure out a tenet of Satanism.
Yeah, I think the tenets are very pro-social. They're almost universal, I would think, and I think as time goes on, we'll kind of converge on a consensus morality. But we don't have to. I mean, we're not looking to convert people into Satanism. We're not even teaching children about Satanism in the classes.
Give me a tenet.
One should strive to act with compassion and empathy with it.
So, first, went over how I would say, unlike all of the others, not trying to force their morality on people, not actually trying to teach, which is I found when you actually go, I've read Anton Levy's Satanic Bible, and a lot of it is almost exactly what this gentleman is saying, is that pull yourself up by your bootstraps and all this stuff that a lot of conservatives would have a really hard time distinguishing themselves from the Satanists. In fact,
to all creatures within reason.
Oh, that sounds fine.
And at that moment, the host realized that he may be a Satanist.
All right.
You might like it.
Maybe. I don't know about all that.
By the way, not only that, I get that kind of motive every time. Not to bring the subject up, but, you're in a bar, you're having a drink, someone starts flirting, you're like, hey, I actually have a girl deck. And they're like, well, I like it. Anyway, I just had to go there. Continuing on.
Are you married, by the way?
Oh, never mind. Okay, no. It was exactly like my conversation. This is basically the same thing. All right, Jesse. We are basically two peas in the same pod. I know where this goes afterwards. James, to be young and in love again. But yes, let's figure out.
No, I'm not.
Oh.
First time I showed this to James, James said like the same thing that I was thinking, and I think I said to Rachel out loud. Like, this is the type of thing where Jesse, he's in the club, he's been making fun of it all night, hashing on all his other friends, never wanted to go there. His arms are like this, but he's there and whatever. The music is playing. Like, boy's kind of cute. He's like a bad boy. And but what he says isn't that bad. He actually has a softer side. I get it, Jesse. I get it.
Okay. I was just wondering. All right, so
I know. It's okay. It's okay. We can do you want my number afterwards? We can get this done. You got this.
you're probably going to go to hell, right?
Oh, the pivot.
I don't believe in hell. We're not.
Also, I love the degree of just this is too friendly. Mayday, something religious, anything that I know. They told me
God's gonna roast you in an oven forever, right? I mean,
obviously
you're gonna be baked alive forever, right? But otherwise, you're have a good rest of your day. Hey man.
Otherwise, exactly, ramen. Yo, Titan, what is up? And I'm serious. I feel like this guy had to have a moment where he's like, oh, he's saying like really good things. Is there like a piece in his
You
ear
can't see if there's
that
a
was
ring
just like,
down
hey,
there.
hey.
I mean,
Yeah, I know. You can't see if anything's, going up or something. Ooh. You like free speech? It's funny. I like free speech too. We should talk about it sometime.
Non-theistic religious group.
All right. I thought maybe you wanted to go down.
Notice that.
Believe in hell. We're a non-theistic religious group.
All right.
Atheist. The entire thing
he
goes
should
over.
have known that already.
Yep.
That these are not theistic Satanists. You think that he would know, but this is what the people like the fundamentalist Christians they want them to be theistic Satanists. So because the people eat this up, it's like the satanic ritual abuse panic in the late 80s, early 90s that turned out to be really nothing.
I honestly
It
have
really
no
wasn't.
idea what the producers of this show thought was going to happen. Was he going to go in there and going to be like, I like eating babies and throwing the remains into volcanoes? And Jesse was going to be like, well, that's bad. What is the dream where this doesn't go wrong? Okay.
All right. I thought maybe you wanted to
Brown.
go. What do I?
What do you
Millions of
know?
babies.
Not a lot, Jesse. Exactly. You have to eat 1 million or 2 just to maintain your Satanist card.
I need to.
God drowned millions of babies, so it must be fine.
Exactly. Well, that whole Noah thing, it was his first time God.
Had it coming. They were evil too.
They had it coming. They had it coming. They only had Yahweh to blame. I got into that argument as well recently, which is, they were going to grow up to do bad things anyway. Okay. Why even have them born? If they were going to grow up to do bad things, why didn't you just kill everyone? I really don't understand any of the logic.
Kill them all. Let God sort them out.
Kill them all. Got any plans for New Year's? Well, we actually are about to run a New Year's stream in about few minutes. We're about to finish this up. We're going to let this disaster, like a train burning throughout a town, hit its final destination, and then we're going to have an hour or so open mic New Year's stream. Woohoo! Woo! So what's up, Christian, Michael, and everybody? Sending love to everyone still with us. Jason, Jacoby, and Kit, and Titan. Everybody out there as we're watching Jesse Waters Grills, Satanic Temple spokesman, and I can't even believe they put this up on their channel.
It's like it would be a better party than heaven, where you have one place where all the sexless kind of go after they live a celibate and uninteresting life. Hell might be okay.
All right,
Jesse's a little bit too much truth. Okay, let's a little bit too much.
Gotta go. I'm probably gonna butcher your name again.
Lucian, is that how you say it? Is it in another? Is that like a language that I've never heard? I'm pretty sure he'd like to know so he can figure out what birthday gift to get him, which one to wear for his birthday.
Lucian.
That's okay. It's Lucian Greaves.
Lucian, almost at it. Thank you very much. Have a great night.
I like how he's trying to pretend like it has all these extra letters. It's some fancy heart. Okay. Yeah, I think there's that.
Have a happy and gay holiday.
Me and Shepard are going out for drinks after the show. You want to come?
Did you hear that at the end? He said, "Have a happy gay holiday."
It's choppy for me.
Have a great night.
Have a happy and gay holiday.
Hey.
They cut him off at the happy gay holiday. Yeah, he did seem to want his number. He did seem to kind of. Yeah, may I call you afterwards? May I call you Lou? Yeah, that was Jesse Wooders, Grill's Satanic Temple spokesperson. And of the 5 minutes, it was only half of it because the other is other stuff that they have in there. You can go check that out of them straw manning up until actually interview him and do a car wreck. And I think Jesse wanted a date. I think that, James got summoned by Satan, and he's about to be summoned back. Whoop, 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 whoop. What? Well, welcome back. That was Jesse Waters, Grill Satanic Temple spokesperson. It was kind of the other way around, or not even really. It was just like he answered the questions honestly when Jesse thought that he was a joke, and in doing so was a joke himself. So,
I mean, you would think a guy like this on a major channel, like you would have done at least a little bit of research into the topic beforehand. Like, who am I bringing on? What, like he didn't know anything that was going on. He was like out to lunch.
Sorry, just pinning actually that the Satanic Bible, Barnes & Noble. Hopefully we can get some copies sold out there because I like trolling creationists. And that seems to be, generally speaking, the best method of Satanism. We're going to have a philosophy, science, and politics show every Sunday for people to just talk about stuff. I think the best use of philosophy is debunking theism. I think the best use of Satanism is debunking theism. Like, they think we are Satanists anyway, and yet when you are not in the Abrahamic religions, it is, I don't know, it's just such a, to them, James got summoned by him again, it is just such a useful ridicule tool, because something so sacred to them, not only sacred, but like a sacred evil, like a really weird thing, like a Voldemort type of thing. But yeah, we're going to get James in here, and we're going to wrap it up and head over to the other side. Because we've been having fun. This was a shorter one for us because this guy was just so silly. We had to cover it. I wanted it to be topical-ish since it's been making its rounds all over the interwebs. Doing it for the fun. Hey, I'm all for whatever people are into. I'm interested in Anton LaVey's Satanism. I would be a theistic Satanist if the Abrahamic religious, any of the Abrahamic religions were true. Generally speaking, I would probably be a theistic Satanist. Now, we have a hard disagreement between, like, a Christian will say, well, if my version is true, you wouldn't want to be a Satanist because you're burning. But in my head, I wouldn't want to be a Yahwehist because he's evil. And so they would have to prove to me that Yahweh is the good guy and Satan is the bad guy, because the Bible does not do that to me itself. So yes, I feel bad that I may have to close out while James is in hell. However, we are actually about to go do another stream. So I'm going to go send that. I'll do my quick tag out. If you, we do a whole bunch of shows, but if you're looking to get produced, this is a way to get produced. In fact, I'll send that in there. I'm starting to now produce people. We do Talk Skeptic to me. So if you're a Patreon or a channel member, head down there as well if you just want your own channel or your own show. Because you can have someone with Space Lizard DNA or related to space lizards produce you. And then we are going to head over to this stream over here for the New Year's. I'll send that in there. Boom, boom, boom. Having the New Year's open mic. They'll probably be our last stream where we're collecting super chats to try and summon boop, boop, boop. Carrot Top. We may go overtime in the other. We'll see. Well, no, I can't. Well, I'll try and figure out other ways into the year. However, it's going to be open mic. Unlike our other two fundy things, we are going to be just talking about atheism and theism and everything about the new year. And so, James, any last thoughts before we head out? This was more bite-sized for us.
Little bite-sized content, yeah. I mean, I was reminding me of course, the famous Bill O'Reilly segment on Fox News with the American atheist. Tide goes in, tide goes out. You guys can't explain it, therefore God. And then Jesse Waters here basically had no clue who he was talking to. Didn't know he's not theistic Satanist, even though I think they try to. I think they actually want people to think they're theistic Satanists because it gives Christians an enemy to attack when they're really just trolling Christianity to begin with. It's not like
I said, they want them to be evil. He started at the very beginning. He said, "What is the advantage to you starting a group for being evil?"
Right.
And he just batted that away, and that was.
Well, because I mean, they're in their mind, anything that goes counter to Christianity is by definition evil. So it doesn't matter if you're helping elderly people cross the street or you're doing good things, because you're not doing it for Jesus. It's still evil. So
Not letting Jeebus take the wheel.
So yeah, just very. I guess what's the word for it? Quintessential example of ignorance on full display for the world to see. Like you said, I can't imagine why they would have posted that. Oh, because it's clickbait. It gets hits. Like Satanic Temple. You mean there's people actually out there that worship Satan? I mean, I think you probably count the theistic Satanists in the world on two hands.
Indeed. If you go on to the comments, even the creationists, the Christians, are like, why did this happen? Why didn't they put someone up that was going to defend Jesus and do a better job attacking? So even, like, he made no one happy in this interview. He did not make... Well, I guess he made us happy. He made the people who hate Christianity, he made us very happy. Or they'll clip that. We hate all the religions equally. Don't let it go to your head, Titans.
I mean, I guess to Jesse Waters' credit, I guess he kind of figured out what was going on, so he really didn't push too hard. He kind of backed off a little bit once he realized that this was
once he realized that he was going to make his opponent sound better with each word that he said.
He was going to make an ass out of himself, so he kind of toned it down, and which is the opposite of what they want. They want someone to be aggressive and belligerent, hostile, defending Christianity, pile drive this fucking Satanist into the ground, you fuckhead. I mean, that's what they want to see, but that just wasn't going to be possible because there's nothing you can really attack him for.
Yeah, because he's saying all these rational, kind, and how should I say this? Morally conscious things. He's saying all these things that sound good. Also, what is up, Stilette, Coffee Mom, Scapegoat, and Peter? Well, we're about to go into our open mic. Send that over to us. We're going to close out here. I'm queer. Sending love to Peter. Also,
stream
does amazing production as well as a host himself on Randolph stream with me. But yes, that's right. On the we're all hostesses with the mostesses, especially here on the girl deck. But sending love to Titan, our head admin, and our mods, and everybody. We're about to head over there. Everybody go over there yourself. Or if not, if you're just joining this and you're watching this a year or two later, my goddess, does Fox not make them sell? There's a reason this channel is listed in the entertainment, okay? They get sued a lot. Not shitting on conservatives or even Republicans. I just saw what's her Rogue from X-Men do a fantastic interview on Fox where she grilled a known liar for lying about being Jewish, about his academic record, about almost everything.
By Rogue,
about
you mean Tulsi Gabbard?
Right. Yes. No. Okay. That's right. She's not. That's right. It's not the girl from the X-Men. You're right. No. Sorry.
But
they're both
I did see
attractive
that.
young ladies. What can I tell you?
And that was a good segment. That was a good segment.
It was a good segment.
I mean, just
the dichotomy of those two.
I mean, that's like getting caught like with your hand in the cookie jar. He couldn't even say no, I wasn't lying. He had to kind of come out and admit that well, some of those were lies. Maybe a couple of them we could like debate about or argue. Maybe it's a half truth or an embellishment. But yeah, several of them were just flat out lies. Yeah,
flat out lies. So,
it's nothing like corn pop or getting Nelson Mandela going to visit him in prison. That was probably just a false memory. Like maybe in another life he did that, but yeah.
But just the dichotomy of both of these interviews, just it's what happens when you do not have a backbone. You end up becoming kind of like a chicken. Or in the case of Jesse's, he almost got a hot date. That is all I thought from this interview. But yes, enough of us going over this because we could talk forever. Sending love. We'll do more. I want to do more bits like this, though. So we'll figure out how to even condense it even further. But I do hope that you all had a fun time on this episode of Skeptic and Ranting. Very short, at least for us. Jesse Wooders grills Satanic Temple spokesperson. Oh, that actually sounds pretty good. From the channel, once again, I think an upstart. Fox News.
That's a lot better than Christianity.
It does.
More reasonable.
They're always surprised. Every creationist I hear there, every time I say we would be Satanists if God, especially the Abraham one, were true. They're like, you're trolling us. Oh, just be contrarian even more. And it's like, no. Do you know? Okay, one guy over here has a kill count between 0 up to maybe like 10 debatable. One guy over here has a kill count in the planet full. I'll let you pick which one's which, and you can guess which side you're going to be on. But yes, we hope you had a good time worth burning for. Mwahaha. And I do want to thank my co-host James W. along with all of the lovely people in chat, our awesome mods who make this stream so great, and of course, lovely viewers like you who make this channel even possible. If you enjoy the show, please don't forget to like, follow on Twitch, or subscribe on YouTube, because then you gain access to that bell icon when hit to all. Will gain you reminders to see our premieres or join our live streams. I'm going to cough, but I'm going to mute it. But yes, or hey, why not leave a comment once the video's done? You can also leave a super thanks, and we'll leave thanks back to you on the next episode. After the show, we normally head over to the Skeptic and Ranting Discord server. That is going to be popping soon. I am trying to convert. I keep on saying this. I want to talk to MathPig. if I say Titan, what should I do? He'll be like, talk with Math Pig. I want to get roles. I want to get more organic debate on that Discord server. Nonetheless, we're actually going into a new stream right after this. So go check out all more content. Anyway, the link of which to that Discord is in the description below, along with our fantastic channel members, as well as our Patreons right here, and all of our supporters. Though the best way, like we just said, is to help make us more content and unlock unique perks is by becoming a supporter at patreon.com/Amy Newman. I am Amy Newman, and we will see you all on the next episode of Skeptic Z. Good night. Mwah!